Bonjour classe, ici Madame Cothy. On va parler du verbe avoir. Avoir is another irregular verb en français, and like all the irregular verbs, they just have forms that don't conform to any rules. So you just have to spend a little extra energy in memorizing them because they are used often. Avoir means to have. So j'ai, I have. Tu as, you have. Il a, he has. Elle a, she has. Nous avons, we have. Vous avez, you have, talking to a group or being formal with a person. Ils ont, or elles ont, and we hear that liaison for these three. So nous avons, vous avez, elles ont, they have. So here's some new practice for us. Exemple, elle a un stylo. She has a pen. Est-ce que tu as une mobilette? Ils ont des amis. They have friends. Marie a un ordinateur. Oh, there's the bell. J'ai $10. Le garçon a des disques. The boy has discs. Nous avons les livres. We have books. Ma maman a un stylo. My mom has my pen. Vous avez un iPod. Les élèves ont des cahiers. Students have notebooks. And elle a une voiture rouge. She has a red car. One thing to point out, to ends with S. Il does not. Just as always, all of the two verbs you know so far end in S, and all of the il ones you know do not end with S, even though they sound the same. Tu as, il a. Avoir is used in some special expressions as well, and you actually have used a couple of these. Avoir blanc is to be, let's put this down here actually, to be a certain number of years old. Now, if you remember, we said that avoir means to have. But here it's used to express being. It's just a different way it's used in different languages. Literally, it means to have so many years. Avoir besoin de. It means to need to. Or if you want to be literal, to have need of. Okay? So, to need to, or to need something. For example, j'ai besoin d'un crayon. I need a pencil. But we can also say j'ai besoin, de danser. I need to dance. Avoir chaud. In English, we would say to be hot. Literally what we were saying here is to have heat, which is an odd expression in English, but that's how they express it in French. So, j'ai chaud, I am hot. Avoir de la chance, to be lucky. Literally, it's to have luck, because remember, avoir does not mean to be. Être means to be. But we use it to express that. So, Marie a de la chance. Avoir envie de, to feel like. For example, ma famille a envie de voyager. My family feels like traveling. Avoir faim, you've seen this one. To be hungry. Again, literally, it's to have hunger, but it's to be hungry. So, j'ai faim. Or, est-ce que tu as faim? Are you hungry? Voilà. Avoir froid. To be cold, or literally to have coldness. So, oh, zut. There it went. I'm feeling, there we go. So let's do this. Les filles ont froid. The girls are cold. Avoir le fou rire is to have the giggles. Okay. Le bébé, pardon, a le fou rire. Avoir l'intention de is to plan to. Les élèves ont l'intention d'étudier. The students plan to study. Well, let's fix this here. Excuse me. The students plan to study. You could express it as the students have the intention of. So les élèves ont l'intention d'étudier. And do note that this de changed to d apostrophe because in front of that étudier. Avoir mal à la tête, to have a headache, eye ache. Oh, I think that's one word in English. Or stomach ache. Stomach ache is probably not spelled properly. Excuse me on that. Avoir mal au cœur is to be sick to one's stomach, which is interesting that the French use to be sick to your heart as opposed to be sick to your stomach, as we do in English. But avoir mal au cœur. So let's say, vous avez mal au cœur. Are you sick to your stomach, ma'am? Avoir peur is to have fear in English, really, to be afraid. So, Madame Cothy a peur des souris. I'm afraid of mice. We can also just say les enfants ont peur. The kids are afraid, without being more specific. Avoir raison, to be right. In English, or another way of looking at it is to have a reason, because remember, avoir does mean to have, but in these expressions it's special and it means something slightly different. To be right. So let's say, Mama a toujours raison. Mom is always right. Avoir soif, you've seen before, to be thirsty, or literally, to have thirst. And you, of course, saw that in j'ai soif. And lastly, avoir tort, to be wrong, or to be wrong. So let's say, les profs n'ont pas tort. There we go. The teachers are not wrong.